Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. This is the Maritime and Border Show with Dili Utomi. Today, we have a very special person as our guest. He is the Customs Area Controller of the Lekki Free Trade Zone Command of the Nigerian Customs Service. He is Controller Abdulwahab Olarewaju Olumo. Today, he's going to tell us a lot about the operations of this command. The command is a relatively young one, but the command has achieved a whole lot under the helmsmanship of Controller Olumo. Sir, you're welcome to the program, sir.
Thank you. Good afternoon.
Yeah. Good afternoon, sir. Once again, sir, could you tell us a bit about this command since its inception, the history behind it, sir?
Thank you very much. Like you rightly said, the command is one in its infancy. The command Lagos Free Trade Zone Command came into being in July 2022. The command was inaugurated by the former Controller General, Colonel Hamid Ali, retired. And the command comprises the free trade zones, 15 of them, and the Lekki Deep Sea Port. The free trade zones were initially 8, but it has grown and it keeps growing. Presently, 15. So, we are overseeing the free trade zones and the Lekki Deep Sea Port.
Okay. The
Lekki Deep Sea Port came into being in 6th April 2023. And to the glory of God, the port is rapidly growing.
Thank you so very much, sir, for that wonderful introduction, sir. You mentioned that how many free trade zones are here? 15 right now.
Presently,
yeah.
15
So, how are the peculiarities of these free trade and free zones managed, sir? As in, because they seem to be many.
Well, perhaps the first to understand what the free zone is. It is worldwide. You have the free trade zones as destination for global capital, and Nigeria too has embraced that scheme. The government established the free trade zones as a catalyst for national development. So the scheme is aimed at attracting global capital and promoting positive economic growth and creating job opportunities in the country. We have quite a number of free zones in the country. So the Lagos free trade zones here. Like I said, we have 15 of them now. They are into different areas. Some are in manufacturing, some are in warehousing, some are in hospitality. Yes. Like Eco Atlantic is the economic zone, special economic zone. That's a broad. And we have free zones at the airport. Then we have in Lekki free zone, Lagos free zone, Dangote free zone. The refinery is a free zone, Alaro free zone. So quite a number of them. So like I said, some are into manufacturing. If you get into the Lekki free zone, you find a lot of manufacturing enterprises there, doing a lot, in the area of industrialization. Most of the items are things they export. There are some that are into warehousing. Okay. Just bring your things here, and when you are going, you pay your normal duties before you go into Nigeria.
Thank you so very much, sir. And could you tell us a bit about your performance here over the past 1 year and some months that you've been here, sir?
Yes. To the glory of God, the Lagos Free Trade Zone Command has recorded a phenomenal growth. The revenue generation, which is a major component of our mandate, has been quite impressive. In 2024, the cumulative figure we generated was 358 billion. That was for 2024. But as at August 2025, January to August 2025, we've generated little over 450 billion. So already we have surpassed what we had in 2024. And by the special grace of God, it will keep.
What are the catalysts for achieving this kind of performance, sir? What are the major ingredients, sir?
Yes, one, we are making the command, our deep sea ports, our free zones very attractive to those who are here to do business. As a matter of fact, we know that there are bad players, there are good players in all economies, but we let them know that we are interested in good players, those who have legitimate things to do. And we make the place very, very conducive for them so that more people will be coming into our area. For example, let's look at the Lekki Deep Sea Port that started in 2023, like I said. It is interesting that the deep sea port started with just 6 containers. Yes, 6 containers in 2023. But today, Lekki Deep Sea Port has grown into to be a magnet attracting other global shipping lines into the country. So virtually every week, a lot of vessels are coming. And that is one, a clear indication of the enabling environment that the customs has created in that place, to be encouraging many other people to be coming. Same thing with our free trade zones. We make the place very conducive for them. We, as much as possible, we address their concerns. If they are valid, we address them, we make it convenient for them. And when they are doing well, appropriate revenues to are generated for government. And when they see that Nigeria is the right place to be, for invest, because we recognize, we appreciate the vision of the government, in attracting investments into the country. So it is our duty to see that we promote, trade and investment in that direction. So when they see that is those who are here already, the existing investors, they are encouraged, to invite other like minds in their various countries. Also, that is why we have seen a rise in our free zones. And so when all this are going, again, technology, we have done a lot in terms of automation, our systems. There's a high level of modernization going on both in the free zones and in the seaport. So cargo are fastly cleared, dwell time very, very low, under 24 hours. That's our target here. All things being equal, you have your cargo cleared, without any hindrance, seamless operation in our port. And so that has quite encouraged many people to be coming into this area. We do as much as possible to let them see that the Lekki Deep Sea Port is a good, if not better, alternative, to have your cargo cleared.
Thank you so very much, sir. What role did the new that's UCMS, that's the Bodogu, play in your performance, sir?
Yes, like I said, significant strides has been done in that direction. The Bodogu in the free zone here, in the command, is working seamlessly. It is quite okay here. We don't have, at the initial point, challenges which naturally, but those ones have been resolved. A lot of sensitization have been done. We invited all our stakeholders into the command here. We give them sensitization on the new platform, practical, how to use the new system, but not enough. We still took sensitization to their various zones. So all these 15 free zones I said, we went to each of
Oh,
them, our
you did?
officers, yes.
Oh.
Our team of officers, went to them to tailor, to let them, perhaps, maybe in the larger house, there are certain concerns they might want to raise, which for one reason or the other, they do not want to bring to the fore there. Now we carry sensitization to them, for them to see what the system is all about. And as a result, they were able to appreciate the benefits in the new platform, which is, one, to simplify trade processes and to make it more seamless and remove whatever barriers. They are seeing the benefits of that now. So in the command here, we have subscribed, we have keyed into it, and it's moving very well, and it is helping a lot in the revenue we are recording here.
So initially when you came in here, I knew that you had this constant stakeholders engagement. You have sustained that, and that has also been a factor.
Exactly, seriously. We are having a very robust relationship with our stakeholders. Like I said, I have regular interaction with them, and my office is very, very open and very accessible. At any point, whatever concerns any of our stakeholders have, we are there, to get them addressed. I told them from the beginning that so long as they are compliant, whatever barriers any compliant operator has, we do the much we can to get those barriers addressed. And to the glory of God, it has been a good relationship so far. They have been very, very invaluable to even the revenue we're talking about, because the trust is there.
Yeah. Thank you so very much, sir. There's a particular area where I think a lot of Nigerians will be happy that positive things are really happening all around, and that's the area of export. Has it played a role in helping you to generate the amount you are generating this much?
Well, export is basically free.
Okay.
Yeah, we don't collect duties on export.
But the use of your area, are there no tariffs that people pay in order to use?
For
like you talked about.
No, for the duties we generate is for those ones going into going outside the free zones into Nigeria.
Okay.
And the seaport too. But there's other export, that is the products manufactured in our free zones that are exported outside the country. We don't collect duties on those.
Yeah, I just wanted a clarification from that, because for the purpose of this interview, sir. In your last press briefing, sir, one of your last press briefings anyway, there was this issue of seized hard drugs, and they were handed over to your sister agency, the National Drug Law Enforcement Agency, NDLA, and you were praised. Your command was praised for the vigilance. Then, has there been any such seizure again, or those illegal activities? How have they been minimized?
That was the first and the last one we had in our command. Obviously, these bad players wanted to test our vigilance. They wanted to test the waters at Lekki, and that was thwarted. It wasn't. We got 2 containers of tramadol, which had been handed over to our sister agency based on the memorandum of understanding we had. And all along we make everybody see that in terms of physical examination, we don't joke with that here in Lekki, near Lekki Deep Sea Port. We have very excellent scanning machines. The scanning facilities we have here, perhaps the best in the country currently.
I learned that it takes about 33 seconds for the scan to go through. How true is that?
It's true. It's true. The scanning machines are very, very excellent. So whatever the contents are, we are able to see. So that has helped us a lot. So our officers are very, very vigilant. They demonstrate that vigilance. And I must say, what we record in terms of our successes are not things we do alone, not feats we accomplish all alone. We have a good synergy with our sister agencies. Collaboration has been one of the major strategic policy trust of our Controller General of Customs Service, CJC Bashir Adewale Adeniyi, MFR. So we build good relationship with our
Sister
agencies
agencies,
here, and so together, we were able to get any unwholesome items out of our houses here.
Sir, sorry, I want to go back a bit to the performance over time. In 2023, it's just about below 75 billion naira was recorded here. 2024, about 358 billion naira. But as at this moment we speak, beginning of September, you have recorded 459 billion, according to your record, sir. This is huge. It's a huge leap. There was a time you talked about the issue of foreign investment coming in. How has been the sensitization bringing in these people? Is it that the others saw what you were doing here and it started coming in, or it was a concerted effort on your part or the Nigerian Customs Service, sir?
We do a lot. Like I said, the CGC, Bashir Adewale Adeniyi MFR, is a keen promoter of trade and investment.
Okay.
And it has a vision, it has keen interest in the free trade zones in the command, and so we take a cue from that inspiring vision. Whenever the free zone managements come around with potential investors, on a courtesy visit to my office, I'm always very, very ready to let them see that Nigeria is the place, is the right destination for them to bring their investment. I give them the necessary assurance that they have nothing, to worry about, so long as everything is legitimate, that we are going to provide all the needed support, to see the incentives are there, so we let them see that the customs service is a partner of progress, in national development, what they are doing. And so when they see that we are genuinely interested in their growth, we know that ultimately it is when they are doing well that we can get the required revenue from that. And so that has been quite heartwarming, and with that they encourage their other like minds from their various countries, and so that's how we have been.
Specifically, sir, are there interests from a particular part of the world, or the interests have been generalized, as in maybe the investors are coming from a particular country?
No, from different parts. We have from China, we have from India. Not long ago, Tata, one of the largest conglomerates in India, is here with us in the free zone.
Okay.
So in different parts of the country, they are coming to Lekki here, to Lagos free zone. And I must say, the level of compliance is very remarkable here.
To know the happenings in the maritime sector, join us on the program Maritime Frontiers on VOP TV as we discuss key areas in the maritime sector, from aquaculture, maritime transportation, maritime labor regulation, oil and gas exploration, ferry and passenger insurance, marine pollution and prevention, port operations, and lots more. Maritime Frontiers, exploring Nigeria's blue economy.
Okay, sir, thank you so very much, sir. How has been what were your major challenges here? I know you talked about the issue of accommodation, official, and then the accommodation for staff some time ago. What are the major challenges that you face, and how would you think it should be tackled?
Yeah, those have been challenges, but between that time now, I must say that a lot has been done. One, yes, in the area of vehicles, logistics, we've received very, very good support,
Okay.
from the headquarters. Not long ago, we got 5 new Hilux vehicles and a coaster bus, that were given to us from the headquarters, and that have done a lot in helping us with efficiency, movement of our officers. Same thing in accommodation, residential accommodation. The management graciously gotten us 5 units of our duplexes, which were rented at Amen Estate there.
Okay.
That again had brought a lot of relief,
Okay.
pending when the service will have its own permanent structures in the command here.
Okay.
So those challenges, a lot of efforts are ongoing, the
That's
headquarters,
mitigating them.
yes, to get them addressed.
Okay, sir. In one of the commands I visited recently, sir, they talked about blockage of revenue leakages as one of the areas that have helped them to shore up their revenue base, sir. How well would you say you have performed in this area, sir?
Yes, we have a very strong setup here. Our CIU is there. The our revenue team are there, and the officers at the port there as well. So as much as possible, there is hardly any loophole for us to see any leakage. Then the PCA, we have a strong PCA unit there again, so to see that all declarations, all appropriate things are done.
So you can also credit that to the fact that most of the things you do here are automated.
Very, very.
So that's
Very, very.
you're advising that that's the way for every command to go.
Exactly. That is the in thing. The world today is driven by technology, and Nigeria, through the Nigeria Customs Service, is not being left behind. So all efforts, everyone has come to realize that it is that modernization thing that we have to be tech driven. So we are very much automated here, and so that has greatly helped in getting all the revenue that we are talking about and minimize any improper
Okay.
activity.
So can one say that you only do physical examination when probably something is detected? Because if everything is automated, it means that of course the scanners will see things if there's any illegal thing.
Yes.
Yeah, like the case of the drugs we refer to.
Yes, even those of the drugs, we did physical checks because we brought everything out, those 2 containers.
After the scanner has detected
No.
something.
We brought them straight for
Examination, physical
checks.
examination.
Yes, because these are containers that we had been
Okay, you
tracking.
anticipated it.
Yes,
Oh.
right from the time
source.
they left. So we have been monitoring, we have been tracking the movement of those containers unknown
To the importers.
Like I must say, I must acknowledge that we have a very good intelligence unit. Yes. So from the headquarters, we've been monitoring these shipments, and eventually we were able to intercept them.
Yeah, sir, let's digress a little bit. I'm also privy to one of the CSR you did as a corporate social responsibilities you did some time ago. And I think I've seen that probably the customs have set up a CSR unit.
That's correct.
Talk to us a bit about it, sir.
Yes, thank you very much. We have come to understand and realize, and that, as a matter of fact, is the vision of the CGC, that customs is not all about revenue generation or combating smuggling. That customs is a partner in community service and nation building, and that customs cares Custom cares about the fortunes of the communities where we
Where
are
it does
serving.
business. Okay.
Yes, and that informed the initiative that the command had in December last year, when we took, with the support of our stakeholders, renovated some blocks of classrooms in Roman Catholic school here in Lekki, because we want to see that education, empowering our younger ones, will really, really go a long way. And that was it was a very, very significant thing in terms of corporate social responsibility that the command has done. And that is very much consistent with the vision of the CGC.
I actually I was touched the day because I was at that event when I think the Oba, he said he attended that primary school.
Yes,
so,
yes. Really
so that brings a very human face to the operations that you people do. Are there plans to do such things as this, more of it?
Yes, it's an ongoing thing already. Like a unit is already established at headquarters. Yeah. Focusing on
CSR.
Yes, CSR. And across other customs formations, a lot are going on. Apapa, Tinkan, also airport, all, because customs are seeing that we really need to partner, in community development.
All right, sir. Let's also go back a bit, sir, if you do not mind, sir. Could you let us into your world as a customs officer, your experience right from the beginning, sir? When you were a kid, did you dream that one day you are going to wear uniform, become a customs officer?
I never. First and foremost, I must extend heartfelt appreciation to the Almighty Allah, for the gift of life and preserving me 35 years now, and the job. It was Providence that brought me into the customs service. Yes, and as a young officer, then we're filled with hope and determination. Of course, a little fear of the unknown. It's a great privilege that one is in the Nigerian Customs Service, because you have a sacred responsibility, to safeguard what is coming into the country. You have a sacred responsibility to ensure that nothing injurious, nothing inimical, nothing that will endanger the lives of our millions of Nigerians, we pass through you, So that responsibility is there for the customs officer. And so that is one thing, that is a commitment, that right from the beginning we have realized that yes, this is a job, not just a job, but it's a calling. It has gone beyond the it's a calling. That look, ensuring that lives are safeguarded, that the fortunes of the country, in terms of revenue generation, that you have a responsibility, you have a role there, that Nigeria has not made a dumping ground for unwholesome products, that enabling environment is provided for legitimate trade to flourish. These are things, responsibilities that the customs, responsibilities that have been entrusted to a custom officer, which I'm very, very proud, to be. So it is a privilege, to be in this service, serving the country, is indeed a great privilege, I must say.
So over the past 35 years, what are the higher points? And of course, the higher point is this: you're a big boy in the industry, in the service, and but what are those particular indelible things that you think you always remember about being in the customs, sir? Is it where a particular place where you seize a particular good, or the people where you put smiles on their faces? Or let us through into some of your experiences.
Well,
I know you served in different commands, of course, and units.
Yes. by nature of the job, we've crossed all over the country, But I recall years back when I was in KB, there was an incident in which an instant action, one of our officers, my team, almost led to a breakdown, But that was why chasing after some suspected vehicles, that was smuggled, something happened. But I'm glad that our efforts in having good relationship with the community really, really helped us then, because it was something fatal might have happened, but because of the good relationship we have with the traditional authorities, with the community, with the local. So when they quickly came around, to see that normalcy was restored and the culprit, the suspected was handed over, and so that taught me again the need wherever you are to build good relationship, with the communities where you operate, And here, an high point which I'm always happy with, there's a kind of a relationship again we have with our stakeholders here. The CSR that we had at that school, it remained one of my very proud moments when I saw the joy on the faces of those children, that how happy they were with their new classes and all that. I was very, very happy and grateful to God for the privilege that we had.
Yeah, so you'll be stepping out in a few days' time, and what would be the advice you give to the incoming and your successors? Huh?
Yes. One is to charge them to be very, very upright, to be very honest, to prioritize integrity, and to commit themselves to professionalism. That's very, very important. For them to know that the positions we have is just the responsibilities that are entrusted to us for a time. And what we do within that time will define who we are. So for them to see that it is a great responsibility they have, to ensure compliance with the laws of the land, with the laws regulating import and export, to ensure that nothing, I keep saying it, nothing dangerous, nothing illicit, will come into the country through their corridor. So this will be my advice for them, to be patient and be very hardworking, and not to buy into any mentality that you want to get rich quick or something now. They shouldn't. They should be resilient, and they should be hardworking and be focused and be professional. This will be my...
Yeah, sir, I want to go back a bit to the performance in terms of revenue generation and everything, because it's quite a but I want to know, sir, what would be the biggest legacy you have, you think you have left, sir?
Yes, that I've been able to build on the foundation of my worthy predecessors, that I'm fair and approachable as much as possible, that we are very accessible, that I'm having a command, that is service oriented. We know that we are to provide service, and that our stakeholders, those people coming here to have their cargo, they are fairly treated, they are properly treated, because like I keep telling my officers, it's just a privilege that we have. They're not better than any other person. They might even be more qualified, They are not, but it's just privilege and grace. So wherever we do, for that humility, to be there, and yes, not to do anything that will circumvent the laws.
Okay, sir. Could you give us some advice, as in the public, on what the customs do and what they should do to, be clean in their trade practices, and then to
Yes, honest declarations. I will emphasize that customs is not how to witch hunt anyone. They should always endeavor that they declare properly. They have honest declarations in what they are having. When they are honest with their declarations, when they are compliant, they will find a very, very seamless clearance of their shipments. When you're doing something that is legitimate, if it's manufacturing, whichever sector of the economy you are, we appreciate you, recognize the critical role you're playing to the economy. So we are to provide that support, so that is what we do. So I will encourage, I will urge, I will advise the public to see the customs as partners in progress and a service that is very much keen in seeing their businesses flourish in the ultimate to the ultimate benefit of the country.
Yeah, good advice, sir. But we also know that in spite of great advice, we also, in every society, we have people who are always bent on circumventing the laws. What else? What would you tell them in order to deter them? As in, there are consequences.
There are, of course, consequences. Consequences, yes, we urge, we encourage you to be compliant. But if you choose otherwise, there are obvious consequences, and the laws are there, which will not be compromised, in dealing with the situation as appropriate. So it is always best for anyone doing business or having something to do with the ports or with our operations here to be compliant.
Sir, please, can we go back a bit again? Tell us a bit about the legacies or the foundations that your predecessors laid, because this very young command, sir.
Yes. I must acknowledge the great work that my predecessors, two of them, because I'm the third customs area controller here, okay. They had done a lot. They had laid a good foundation for us to build on. The command started from the scratch, that 2022. So the controller there was there to put things lay the ground. Then the controller I took over from now, ACG, Babandi Ahmed, too did a very remarkable work here. He made a great contribution to the command. He will always be remembered, for the work he did. So, and coming in April, I knew that yes, a lot had been done, and I have a great responsibility to build upon, to sustain and build on what my predecessors left behind. Let's look at the port, for example, the deep sea port, because always a place I find quite interesting. In 2023, 6th of April, the port started. It was commissioned with just less than 10 containers. In fact, 6 containers, import containers, came to that port. The coast seemed unclear. How would it be? Will it be a dead end? How would this place be? And gradually, it started. I must say that the enabling environment that customs had created, has been very, very huge. And so, from that 6 containers of 2023, there's hardly any week now that you do not see vessels coming here with hundreds of containers.
Okay.
I said it, that Lekki Deep Sea Port is more or less a magnet now, today, attracting global shipping lines because of the way operations are moving on here. Okay. So, and many more are coming. And with that, cargoes are coming. But I must say again that the Lekki Deep Sea Port is also a major transshipment hub. So most of the cargoes that come, some from here and transshipped to neighboring countries. Some are transit to inland bonded terminals like that, and some in the Lekki port, in the command here. So that has really, really helped. And when they see the turnaround, when they see the seriousness we attach to trade facilitation, we are not paying lip service to trade facilitation in the command here, because we are particular about time release.
Okay.
Yes, we're looking at how long does it take, and if by any way it is getting to. Personally, I will go into the port. There are times at night, in the evening, I just go to see what is going on, and if anything, at least to be on the spot.
Okay.
So they see that we are very, very serious.
So you had a hands-on approach
straight away, because the distance from the town to Lekki is not a small thing. Yeah. So we do not want you to travel that far and be staying in hotels around needlessly. Yeah. Again, adding to the cost. So my desire, my interest is to see that a day, two, your cargoes are out of this place. Once your declarations, all things are okay, you paid your appropriate duties, then there shouldn't be no unnecessary barrier, no, nothing is holding any, you go. So that has been very, very significant for us here. And when operators see how they see our effort, they see the passion in us, how we are looking after their interest, to see that the chain, the process, do not suffer, or they do not suffer any unnecessary delay, or their time, precious time, are not unnecessarily wasted. They are encouraged to keep coming.
Okay. So it was reported that the largest vessel once landed here. How well did it help? I mean, the largest vessel, shipping vessel, container vessel, actually landed that. How was it true, and how has that helped? How was it? Were you able to achieve that?
Well, the nature of the deep sea port itself is a place where the largest, vessels that cannot find in other places that cannot. Lekki is ports, yes. Lekki is a place, and we leverage on that. We leverage on that, the good relationship we have with our stakeholders. Yes, we leverage on that, and once they see how we relate with them, I tell you, they don't go to other places again, and that is reflected on that the revenue you are seeing. Okay. And it will be better. because my successor will do more, to raise the bar.
Okay, sir. A bit of a personal question here, sir. Let's go back let's talk a bit about you as a professional in this field, professional customs officer. Over the years, what are the things that have, prompted you to, sort of giving you the push? Is it the training? Is it your own personal, investment into education? What are those things that you think were the major catalysts in springing up to get to this level, so as a person in this career?
Well, I honestly appreciate the organization that I work, the Nigerian Customs Service.
Okay.
I appreciate the mission of that organization, to protect the country, to ensure that revenue generation is not hindered, So, for a very long time, that has been my drive. I've been very much committed. That the fact that I even have the privilege of serving the country, there's no greater calling, than that public service. And now doing that through a noble organization like the Nigerian Customs Service, is a thing of joy to me. So at every point, making efforts at capacity building, improving myself, higher education and all that, towards seeing that you add value, you make meaning, to any assignment, you are giving. So that this has been.
Do you intend, sir, to put all your experiences down in a book? It will be very interesting.
By God's grace, it's my career in this over the years, in 35 years, is something when I look back, I'm full of gratitude. Gratitude to the Almighty God, for bringing. So all these lessons are certainly things one will reflect and put up in some form.
Okay, sir. On the part of the government, sir, what advice would you give for they to be able to really bring in the maximum benefits? I mean, that is agreeable to them through the activities of the customs, especially your area here. What are those things that they should do to boost the economic activities here, which will also have a direct effect on revenue and trade here, sir?
Honestly, I think that has been done already.
Okay.
Yes, government is really, really doing a great deal for the customs. I must say the modernization strides we are making, is helping a great deal, and you have a lot of incentives given to the investors here.
Okay.
Yes, a lot of incentives, and that is a major catalyst, bringing them into the country, to the Lekki, the Lagos Free Trade Zones, and that is helping because of the drive towards industrialization. So I will only hope that more of that will be given, so that that dream of a industrialized nation, can be attained in no distant time.
Okay. Thank you so very much, sir. Thank you. And as you go into retirement, sir, leave a parting shot for us as Nigerians.
So, yes, as I am stepping into retirement, I am filled with gratitude. Gratitude to the Almighty Allah for the gift of life and for preserving me this far. When I look at it, not many people, going back to the early days, not many people that had primary school together, made it to the college. And not many that even went to the college were able to get to the tertiary. And not many that went to the tertiary with all the struggles able to get jobs, good jobs. But God, providence, brought me to the customs, and He saw me through 35 years, and it's an unusual blessing, that one is living. So gratitude to the Almighty God, and appreciation to the Controller General of Customs Service, CGC Bashiru Adewale Adeni, MFR, for entrusting me with the leadership of this command, giving me that privilege, and appreciation to my officers. They have been very, very amazing. So I'm blessed with their support, their loyalty, and their unwavering commitment to the work, their professionalism, and appreciation to our stakeholders, our investors. I really, really value their partnership, in the command. So as I'm leaving into retirement, I continue to pray that the command will continue, to go higher, and the Nigeria Customs Service in general, under the leadership of the CGC Bashiru Adewale Adeni, will be the model customs administration that will rank among the best globally.
Please, sir, give us a key into the future about this command. A look into the future. What do you think it will become, this command?
Yes, I see this command as emerging as the best in the country.
Okay. Why do you say so, sir?
Currently, like I said, it is the most automated in the country. The potentials are huge. We do not have bonded terminals now. It's just only by the time all those ones come, the Dangote refinery is here, which is the eye of Africa. You understand? Sure. Yeah. So many industrial concerns are coming up, and more will still come. So, and all, the Nigerian Customs Service, the command here, has a very enormous role to play there. And we are talking about $1 trillion economy by the year 2030, which is just 5 years away. So the command is well positioned to contribute, to make its own contribution to the efforts towards attaining that goal. So I see this command as a very strategic one, that has great potentials, to come up as the best in the country.
So you're speaking decisively, think that soon they become number one.
By the special grace of God.
Thank you so very much, sir. This is the Border and Maritime Show, and we've been speaking with the Customs Area Controller of the Lagos Free Trade Zone, Dr. Olanrewaju Abdulwahab Olumo, and he's been very gracious in granting us this interview, letting us into his experience as a customs officer and the operations of the command here. A whole lot of revelations he has made, and as he goes into retirement, we are wishing him the very best of luck. This is Dili Utomi on this week's show. Hoping to see you again next week. Have yourself a wonderful day. Good afternoon.
We encourage you to click on the like button and subscribe to our YouTube channel. We are Voice of the People TV. Also follow us on all our social media platforms. We are at VOPTV Live. Visit our website www.vop.ng for fresh and trending news. Also watch us live on SLTV channel 264. VOPTV, Voice of the People Television.